Hey, how's it going everybody? It's Tanner here, and welcome back to a new Ninjago video here on the channel. In today's video, we are going to be talking about how the ninja constantly get tortured in the seasons and whose fault that is. So obviously you can't really have a story without tension. There can't really be a lot of drama in a story if everything is sunshine and rainbows all the time, and that's especially the case with Ninjago. Obviously, if the series was just fine most of the time and Ninjago was perfectly normal and the ninja weren't really in peril all the time, it'd be a pretty boring series. What makes the series fun is having the ninja constantly get themselves into trouble and having them face danger on a continuous basis. And that's pretty much the overall, style that the Ninjago writers choose when designing their characters and designing what happens to them. So according to Tommy Andresen, they love to torture the characters that they create, and that's not a bad thing. If the ninja are constantly facing trouble and peril, that just makes them stronger characters, all things considered, especially when they go ahead and conquer those specific instances of drama. They can go ahead and actually create a stronger environment for themselves, and that all has to do with the writing. If the writing would just constantly leave the ninja alone, then there wouldn't be anything there. It wouldn't be an exciting story, and that's obviously what they're trying not to do there. And as such, the ninja are constantly getting blown up, shot at, all that kind of stuff, but for a good reason. It's to grow their characters, especially in the case of Zane. Now, Zane is kind of an easy case, and this is something that I talked about on the channel before, but Zane as a character kind of gets it worse than all the rest of the ninja, and that's just because he isn't human. He is a titanium ninja and he's a robot. So obviously you can go ahead and do some stuff with him that you couldn't do to other human characters. For example, Zane's fight with Mr. E was very brutal and very violent, and he was thrown off the side of a cliff and practically left for dead. You could not do that with a human character. Even though the staff loves to torture the characters that they create, you could not do that to a human character because that would just be way too much. You can do it to Zane though, because he's a robot. He can take it. He can always be rebuilt, and he can always be like reprogrammed and whatnot. He could always be brought back to a better state. And I feel like that's a good way of invoking drama as well. If you wanted to do that, go through Zane, because he's obviously the most expendable of the group because he's not human. He's a robot. So you can do whatever you wanted to him, basically. And that's a pretty interesting way of actually seeing it. I mean, in Ninjago, you can't really do too much to the other human characters in terms of physical torture, but you can obviously torture them mentally. Like the whole instance with the ninja in the Never Realm, they were all pretty much shattered because of Zane's turn. There are several instances in Ninjago where Cole has been feeling pretty left out. Even in season 13, Cole kind of had a little bit of trouble trying to cope with his own identity, and that was really well written and really fun to see. Kai having constant issues with losing his power and having his, identity sucked away from him in that way. Obviously, you can torture somebody in more than one way, and torture for the ninja means, mental trauma as well. Obviously, since it's a TV show, this is all fictional. There's nothing really too major going on here, and this is not a bad thing. It creates a storyline and it creates actual tension as opposed to just having the ninja, defeat the bad guy every single time. Sometimes the ninja lose, and that's a good thing. It's really good to see the good guys come back, especially in the form of Ninjago, because, again, these characters have been through a lot, and when they overcome an obstacle, it means a lot more because of how many times they failed. So I hope that made sense to you guys. That's pretty much all I have to say in this video. It all just comes down to the writing, again, and I feel like the Ninjago staff are doing a pretty good job in designing these characters in several ways in which they can actually grow. So feel free to go ahead and leave a comment down below talking about what you think about this, and hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, be sure to like, comment, subscribe, do all that fun stuff, and check out the links down below in the description for my other forms of social media. As always, big shout out goes out to my Patreon supporters, including once again the marvelous Jan. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Once again, my name is TannerFishies, and with that I bid you farewell.